The attention they needed from me. I was drained, unfulfilled, and I knew deep down that something had to change. Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Vibrant Tech Talk with Vicky. My name is Vicky and I'm super excited to finally share this with you. This podcast is for anyone who has ever thought about switching into tech, felt overwhelmed by where to start, or wondered if it is even possible. I have been there and I know how it feels. When I moved to the UK, I didn't start out in tech. In fact, a few years ago, I was working in a completely different field, in customer service and collections. I would spend most of my days on endless calls, attending to complaints, attending to queries. It was draining, it was tiring, I was completely messed up, for lack of better words. I would receive insults from customers over the phone. I will never forget the moment one particular harsh call made me stop and think, I deserve better than this. On top of that, I barely had weekends free. My family were not getting the attention they needed from me. I was drained, unfulfilled, and I knew deep down that something had to change. That was honestly the turning point. That moment I realized it was time to shift my whole life around. At that time, tech felt like a far-off word. I thought it was only for the geniuses who could code, people that love to do the technical things. I didn't know who a business analyst was. I didn't know who a project manager was, who a cybersecurity analyst was. Didn't know all of those things. But then, reality hit at that time when I got that last insult from a customer. At first, I made mistakes. I wasted time on the wrong resources. I doubted myself almost every day. I also compared myself with people who seemed to be ahead of me. But you know what? Slowly, things started to click. I got into communities. I began to see that tech wasn't this impossible world. It was a journey and one that people like me and you could take. And that's why I created this podcast, because I know that I am not the only one who has felt lost, scared, or confused about where to start. I want Vibrant Tech Talk to be that safe, honest space where we talk about the real struggles of breaking into tech, the doubts, the small wins, the rejections, and everything in between. Each week, I will share my own experiences, the lessons I have learned, and the practical tips you can use right away. My promise to you is simple. If I can do it, you can too. If you're listening to me right now and you've been waiting for the perfect time to start, let me tell you this. You just have to start where you are. The perfect time doesn't exist. You just have to start with where you are, what you have, and grow from there. I am here to walk that journey with you, one episode at a time. Thank you for tuning into this very first episode of Vibrant Tech Talk with Vicky. I can't wait to grow this community together. If you enjoy this, please share this with your friends who have been thinking of transitioning into tech but don't know how to get started. And don't forget to follow our social media handles, okay?